Hello everyone, Lyndon Miller here with LMK Farms again. Today I would like to go over a little bit of a grazing plan with you just to give you an idea of what it looks like for me to graze cattle across pastures and cropland and different things that I get into. It's not always easy, there's always challenges to face. But here I'm going to give you a little bit of a picture of what we're looking at. So this is an aerial view of a section that I grazed here not long ago, and as you can see here, the water is on the right-hand side, right there in the corner. The thin green lines are permanent fencing in the pasture there. The pasture goes on to the east, but this is the end of my pasture rotation. Earlier this year, I grazed in the red marks here. That's very difficult terrain, very hilly, very wooded. I could not drive my floor most places, and so I had to walk a lot of the fencing. Those were electric fences I had to put up where the red lines are at. So I did that earlier, and keep in mind my water source is only at the right there by that pond. So this time around I was going to graze here in these red marks, and I had planted a summer mix in here, that Sudan grass and turnips and sunflowers, and it was a crop field. Both these areas are. The aerial view kind of shows it a little bit differently, but that's okay. Anyway, so I was going to graze this. However, there was no good permanent fence anywhere here except for up there in that property you see up on the top there. So I had to build almost 100% of this fence just using electric wire. Keep in mind my water source is only here at the corner, so I don't have a lot of options for water. It makes it kind of difficult. Definitely is not ideal. It is later on in the year, so water is not as big of an issue because it's cooler. So my cows don't have to drink as often. So that's the only reason I attempted this, because it's just too far from the water source. So what I did, I built 2 lanes here going down to the water to the gate in the corner, and then I built all these electric fences around the perimeter. And that's a lot of work. Honestly, it's not worth it. I mean, I can't get enough days grazing for the amount of work and effort it took. The reason I really wanted to do this is because I wanted to knock it down in the ditches and stuff so we can build some perimeter fencing. But I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wires set up just here in this picture just to do this right here. So to fence this off interiorly, then I went and put 1 wire here. That was 2 days grazing in that first paddock. Then the second one here, that was another 2 days. And then I built another 3rd fence around there, and that was another 2 days. And then the last one would be about 1 day's worth of grazing. So then, since I only had the 1 water source in the corner there, I just started removing fences back until I got to the end. So now this marks the end of grazing all the acres I had up here, so now I have to move them down the road again. So I come out the gate here in the corner where the arrow is, and I move them to the west or left in this picture. So here's a challenge for you. If you've ever worked cattle, you know that calves will just end up in this corner here. They're not going to go out that gate and then turn left. They're going to see the cows are already going that direction. They're going to drift left before they get to the gate. So I take them out this way instead, and I have a fence to fence off the road up a little bit. And then whenever I get all the cows out, we can close the gate, and then we reverse the operation. We stop the cows, we reverse the operation, and we start pushing them back to the west. And yes, if you want to know how not to do it, I've tried it, and it does not work. So I've just showed you a picture of what it is like to do a difficult terrain. Now here is a picture of a pasture that is much easier. Again, green fencing, water is in the middle. Much different scenario because this is set up for cattle. It's a lot easier to graze, has enough water source. So here I just set up wires around. Each one of these paddocks is 2 days grazing, 2 days grazing, 1.5 days grazing, and 1 day's grazing. And it kind of varies on the year and the amount of forage available, but I just kind of go around in a circle like that and graze my cows. It's very easy, very straightforward, not difficult at all to do whenever you have it set up like this. So I hope this gives you a little bit of a picture of what I do to graze my cows and how I do every other day moves. No, it's not always easy. It's kind of difficult, but once you get used to it, you can experiment with different things and see what you like. And I find myself grazing land I would never have thought to graze before, like that corner piece down there. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and hope you have a good day.